Welcome to the BluesGuitar.Com show. I'm your host, Claude Johnson. With me, as always, Mr. Silvio.
Hello, everyone.
And
How
welcome.
you
This
doing?
is episode 50, so that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good,
Nice.
yeah. We reached a milestone here. So, yeah, we've been doing these shows, I don't know, like 2 months now or something. Not every
Yeah,
single day,
or
but yeah,
more.
yeah. We didn't
Yeah.
do many shows last week. You know, I was busy with stuff. I was actually finishing up all those blues songs. I've been doing a bunch of acoustic blues song covers on YouTube. So for those of you guys following along, I've been doing all the songs that I want to teach in the volume 3 of my blues song course, which is called Your Blues Repertoire. So I thought this time around I would actually like try to perform, play and sing the whole song. And so we didn't release them all yet. Some are just like unlisted. We're gonna release them, one at a time. But half of them are already up on YouTube. So, but yeah, it felt really good to just finish that. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, lot of work. But they
So
are
what's
good.
yeah
Pretty good.
what's your what's your impression of all those songs, the whole thing?
Yeah, I think that you did a great job. I think very nice performances.
Cool. Yeah, people seem to like them.
Good, yeah, good playing and good singing too.
Cool. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
you're
you.
you're singing. Yeah, you're singing good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it wasn't easy. I always had a pretty bad voice, so it took a lot of work, sort of. Um, I don't know, not really a lot of work, but it was like something that I was sort of afraid of. I was like, man, am I ever gonna be able to sing halfway decent? So yeah, it's just like anything else. Practice, you know, having good information, practice,
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
so
you
now,
were yeah
yeah,
you,
go
you
ahead.
were taking some singing lessons
Not really.
or
I mean, well, okay, I did have one. I took a few lessons with one coach. I was learning off of some YouTube videos, but I think a lot of it is just like practice, like recording myself and just listening. Um,
right.
like I had taken like some singing classes way a long time ago in college, but I never really. And they would teach you like basic principles, like okay, like support the breath and open your mouth and stuff. But it's like it never really. I think these videos that I watched on YouTube really helped. They're from Victoria, uh, Healthy Vocal Technique is I think her channel.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It really helped me understand. I think understanding. I don't know. For me, I process a lot of things through the mind, and it's just like for like understand like the body is like an instrument. So like the way you breathe in, like for example, like one of the things she was saying was like when you breathe in, you're not gasping. You just let the air come in, and it
Right.
just like you just naturally fill up, and then it just like, and then the other big thing is like resonance. Like I felt like when I was singing, it just sounded like dead, like cardboard. So like
Yeah.
understanding the principle of resonance, and then when I took I took a couple lessons with a vocal coach, and she was like, one big understanding was like understanding like the different voices, like the head voice, the like I was always afraid to like sing falsetto because it would sound bad, but it's just
Yeah.
that it's no different actually. It's the same breathing. It's just like a different place where you're resonating the sound, but it's like um, it's not really anything that should be any different. So I don't know, just a couple things, and then just recording myself. Um, yeah, just practice, I guess. I'm still, not great or anything, but at least it sounds okay.
Yeah, sounds okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, you were telling me last time I should dial in more crunch on my amp, so I changed the setting a little bit. Sounds a little bit crunchy. Sounds mostly clean still.
It sounds clean to me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot more gain. I don't want to turn it too loud.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more crunch.
Yeah, it's too loud. Yeah.
Right. That's yeah.
It's distorting the signal.
So yeah, I mean, it depends how hard you whack the strings. A lot of
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe you need to plug a pedal distortion.
Yeah,
right?
it's just such a pain. I don't want to I guess I should, but it's like I feel like it's just I have enough trouble keeping my office clean here, so I'm like I don't want to take my pedal board out. I have like all this junk. Maybe I'll clean up today a little bit more and then put the pedal board. I did it like on one of the other shows where I had the pedal board going, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so
So now that you finish all the song, what are you going to practice?
yeah, good question. So I I want to take my riffing, shredding, soloing skills to the next level. I mean, that's sort of what I've always been about. But yeah, I actually had an idea for like a new riff course, like a new when I played a gig a couple weeks ago. And I actually got a chance to play some blues before the real set.
Yeah.
Where the singer was like in the bathroom or something, and like, but all the the PA system was all set up, and everyone else was like there, and I just started playing blues, and like the drums and bass were playing with me, and I was like, man, it's like I know all these blues riffs and stuffs and all these songs, but it's like I feel like I should have more riffs right at my fingertips, kind of feeling. So I don't remember what I was playing. It was something I would start off like. Just typical blues stuff, but like I was like, okay, I should have like more like okay, that's like one idea. It's like going from if I'm in B, going from the third up to the fifth, and that's sort of like out of let's say volume 1 of my Art of the Blues Riff type of ideas. So we put out this volume 3 recently, but I think this latest idea of like having 1,000 different blues riffs could be volume 4. I think that's what people really will get excited about. I think it's kind of like with the songs, like everyone, it's like they don't know that they want to play blues riffs until we show them, like, how cool.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like with these songs. I don't know. It's not like, it's like everyone wants to play stuff, but it's like when you see a good guitar player play something, you're like, oh, that's cool. It's like I want to try that or something. So maybe it's like one of the ideas. So I want to develop more of like a blues. I guess the next blues riffing system. That's one thing I want to work on. I can share some ideas that I have about that, but and then I want to also work on my technique. Getting back to the arpeggios and all that stuff. That's kind of your thing,
Yeah.
So yeah, and maybe trying to combine some of that stuff all together. But yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
I had this cool blues lick that I was on my last song. I had it was kind of like let's see. Let me see. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. So these are like pentatonic
Yeah, like chord shapes,
Yeah, kind of like
right?
chord shapes.
Yeah.
Right. So this one, so if I'm in G, this one's right out of the dominant chord as well. So we have the seventh root and fifth.
Right.
But then if you slide it up here, you have the fourth also, which is it's in the minor pentatonic. So these are all out of the minor pentatonic. And I was doing this like sliding down the root. I thought it's kind of shreddy.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
So sounds cool.
Anyway, I had another idea that I started coming up with this idea that became this other idea. So it was like something like, let's see, it was like starting on the fifth and then something like that. Actually, I was trying to use this finger so that I could do this. Let's see. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good, I think.
It's like an idea, right?
Yeah. It reminds me to Steve Vai, maybe some Steve Vai stuff.
Why? Because he does like a lot of sliding around and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
It's cool because it's like you have a jump like a fifth.
Yeah,
But it
because
sounds natural,
he
you know.
yeah he uses some arpeggios with fives, like that
Right.
that type of thing. That kind of
Right.
that kind of ideas.
But this one I like because instead of just going down, like you go like reverse the order.
Right.
So I think that's like one good concept of like kind of advanced playing is like if you can work in these like bigger intervals in a way that sounds natural. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I was just reviewing like the Honeybee Blues thing, where I had it was like sometimes I forget the solos I was working on, so I had to review that because I'm gonna be doing the lessons for that. But it was some lick like this. Let's see. So there's another example of like an interval. So where it's like a fourth, but you don't really hear it because it goes by so fast. It just sounds cool. So
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, nice idea.
Anyway, hey, I wanted to ask you, like, so with your arpeggio stuff, when you're practicing, let's say in E. So I was just going back to basics, working on these like major pentatonic, major arpeggios. You know that one.
Yeah.
So if you're practicing it on two strings, like, do you ever like go like this and slide this way? Because it's weird with the fingering, right? It's like if I'm on this finger, it doesn't work. It's like, you know what I mean?
No. Yeah. I you play like or uh, um,
Turn it up a little bit. I can't barely hear your guitar.
wait a sec.
I can hear your voice, but yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you play something like this? Or
So
right? Yeah, that.
like that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that or with some slide, but from the first string.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I was looking at like this. Like if I did 3 strings, you'll probably think this is stupid, but it's like if I have this pattern, just 3 strings.
Yeah.
If I switch fingers like this, then I can go back. But it's a really weird fingering here. Like, is that just stupid?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. The finger is weird to go from.
But you don't ever play
this
those because it's
finger.
just not that comfortable, right?
Right. Yeah. So you play maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I don't play this.
Right.
Always. Right. You play like.
Right. So wait, what were you just doing just there? That's 3 strings?
Yeah. Yeah. Here.
So it's the same. You're just jumping to the top
Right.
and repeating this note.
Actually, I'm sliding.
So when you go up, okay,
Yeah.
but then when you go up to here, are you
No.
sliding down?
I slide down from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can add this other finger also. Right?
So I should practice in 2 strings, 3 strings, and also like 4 strings, or not.
Four
Really
strings. Yeah, you can practice 4 strings also. It's the same idea. But maybe it's more useful the 3 string.
And then
Yeah.
and then the basic 6 string pattern. Whoop. Right.
Yeah, that one I play this fingering. So maybe this is it's not
So
very
when you got-
comfortable,
What's that? So when you go up
maybe
here,
this finger.
you're going back up this way, you mean? Or just like up this one, and then down this one,
Right.
and then it just again, just repeat it, or you're going backwards.
Yeah, I go from this note, slide down to E.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. You're saying do this.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I was like going back on the A string. You're saying go all the way down. Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. This fingering maybe is not comfortable because you have this stretch here.
Right. Well, that's why I was doing the other one. But which one do you
Right.
recommend?
This one with the big stretch here.
Oh. Just okay. But I'm curious why, because usually your idea is like play things that are more comfortable.
So you play. Yeah, you can.
Either one is fine. Okay. It's not really that big of a stretch. It's just
No, it's more stretch if you play the same arpeggio here, for example. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Or here.
yeah. So then I was just looking at like so I want to practice that, and then how can we get more of that stuff into like blues? You know, that's another question.
Yeah,
So like.
That's a.
But just starting with like really simple like stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, more. Yeah, more arpeggios with 7, like. What?
So yeah, maybe sequences. I was doing something that a while back where I was working. So those sequence stuff. I think I was doing it like here. But yeah. But now I'm like, all right, let me just stick to the major because I want to master that first. So.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you get stuck in like, okay, it's too simple. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes I talk about that idea, like if you can go simple, but then if it's too simple, it makes it hard to make it musical, because you're sort of like limiting what you would do naturally. You know what I mean? Like if you were playing blues, you would want to hit that 7th. And then it's like you try not to hit that note, and then it just like makes it even harder. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. One other thing. So yeah, so going back to the riff thing, I was like looking at different rhythms and breaking things down into like different note degrees, different rhythms and stuff. It's interesting because when you have the triplet feel, you sort of have like a built-in like feel, like in that, you know. Even though I'm like not even changing the rhythm, it's still more musical than because you have different durations of the notes. If you have a straight feel, it's sort of less musical. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you have the straight feel, you could combine stuff like let's say like where you're like 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and where you divide, you have like a 16th note, or like, you know, 8th note and then 2 16th notes. So, but with the triplet, it's sort of, they're sort of like almost two different universes when thinking about rhythms and stuff like that, riffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of of stuff to work on, right?
Yeah. So anyway, so going back to just the triplet feel, I talked about this idea last week. Like, okay, let's try to start a riff. This is like just minor pentatonic. Let's say I'm in B, and I start my riff on like the root, you know, and just 2 notes. Then I could take any other note, and then I could either play that note like twice, or I could go either down or up. So like, for example, let's say the minor third. So I could go down like, and then that could start like a whole riff. Or I could go up. Or I could repeat it. So if you take all the different notes and then you either go like down or up or stay the same, you got like 29 possibilities. Like, I wrote it all out. So, so like, but then it's sort of like planned but also improvised, because you're like planning out the first 4 notes, but then the rest of the 2 bars is improvised. So like, I could just let me try playing like just like down, So you could do like. So I'm just going in random degrees. I could just try it with each degree actually. Repeat. So anyway, those are like that's just like one little avenue of exploration in terms of like getting these down. The other big part of it is like the rhythm. So like, instead of just the same, bum 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 bum, you could add like a triplet. One really important rhythm is also like tying the note over from one bar, like 1 and 2, and you can do it on the 2 or the 3. Like, let's see, there's like on the 2. Or on the 3rd beat, let's see, you could do a triplet and then tie it over like. So, these are like stuff I'm exploring, and that's the next thing to really develop and work on, like more of a system where it's like, I really feel like I have like all these possible riffs that I could pull out of thin air. So
yeah. Cool stuff.
So
to work on.
Always a lot to work on, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's enough for today. We'll save some more ideas for tomorrow. We'll try to do more shows this week. So.
Okay.